the first woman ever to lead an overseas mission, the whole world would look to you as proof of what woman can or cannot accomplish.
As the world celebrates International Women's Day, the story of a female Catholic icon, Mother Frances Cabrini, is hitting the big screen. Hi, I'm Christine Persichetti. She was a trailblazer for her time. Mother Cabrini created an order of nuns and headed to America to serve the millions of poor immigrants in the Diocese of Brooklyn. Now, on Friday, her story is premiering in theaters around the country. Currents News' Jessica Easthope spoke to moviegoers in Sheepshead Bay.
Celebrating their mark on history is exactly what women are doing this International Women's Day by coming here to the movies to see Cabrini. One after another, women from all walks of life showing their support for someone who came long before them.
Let's go, girls.
And paved the way.
Today's International Women's Day. Francesca Cabrini is definitely an inspiration.
She's focusing on equality, helping each other. That's what drove me here.
Here at Regal Cinemas in Sheepshead Bay, Joanne Croak, a parishioner at St. Francis de Sales in Bell Harbor, says there was no way she was missing the first show of the day.
When she came here to the U.S., women were not given a voice. She has a voice.
Cabrini chronicles the life of Frances Xavier Cabrini, an Italian nun navigating the harsh realities of New York City as she fights for the poor and marginalized. Women say the March 8th release couldn't have been more fitting.
She seemed to be a bit of a feisty lady. She wasn't going to take no for an answer.
Mother Cabrini arrived in New York City in 1889. During the course of her life, she helped found 67 institutions of care for the poor, immigrants, and sick.
It was empowering to see what she could do, and as long as she believed in herself, which she did. And it's a woman's movie, and it's also a family movie. It's absolutely beautiful from beginning to end.
And if you don't trust those reviews, you can come and see for yourself. Cabrini is in theaters nationwide. In Sheepshead Bay, Jessica Easthope, Currents News.
Someone who has already seen the Cabrini movie is Brooklyn Bishop Robert Brennan. He got a special preview of the film and says the woman playing Mother Cabrini captures a whole new side of the saint.
A fine actress, an Italian woman who really captures the personality of Mother Cabrini well. And, you know, you see her as a young woman. She was a young woman when we have normal images of the old sister, but, you know, the young woman who began in religious life and shortly after entering into religious life, made her way here in missionary work. So you see her strength and her youth even.
Bishop Brennan is actually seeing the movie again and is encouraging others to see it. This isn't the first time the Diocese of Brooklyn has spread the word about the saint. If you go to Battery Park, for example, you'll find a bronze statue of Mother Cabrini there. That was the result of a big campaign of the diocese. It all started in 2019 when the city snubbed Mother Cabrini from an initiative honoring women with statues around the city, despite the fact that the saint got the most votes in a public poll. Catholics rallied to right the wrong, leading to the state finally forming a commission for the statue that included Bishop Emeritus Nicholas DiMarzio. It was finally unveiled in October of 2020. But the diocese didn't stop there. In 2021, a statue of Mother Cabrini was unveiled outside of Sacred Hearts of Jesus and Mary and St. Stephen Parish in Carroll Gardens, the very parish where she worked with immigrants in Brooklyn. The statue took 60 artists and 5 months to create and includes a variety of hidden symbols like a piece of luggage to honor her work with immigrants. If you want to see the story of Mother Cabrini, just go to the studio's website, angel.com. If you click on new releases, you'll be able to find theaters playing, its showtimes, and even pay it forward. You can buy tickets for those who can't afford it that they can claim at the theater. Thursday night, President Joe Biden gave his State of the Union address where he spoke on a number of topics, including abortion.
If you, the American people, send me a Congress that supports the right to choose, I promise you, I'll restore Roe v. Wade as the law of the land again.
President Biden went on to say he believed Roe v. Wade got it right. He also called on Congress to guarantee a right to in vitro fertilization or IVF treatments nationwide. The president also spoke about the war between Israel and Hamas. He announced an emergency U.S. military mission to build a temporary pier in the Mediterranean Sea on Gaza's coast. It will allow hundreds of truckloads of additional aid to be delivered to Gazans on the brink of starvation. Advocates are pressuring the city to close Rikers Island, saying Mayor Eric Adams is taking too long to get it done.
What do we do?
Dozens rallied in front of City Hall Friday, right before the City Council's criminal justice preliminary budget hearing. They called for the mayor to deliver a budget that closes Rikers by moving the resources from the Department of Correction to crucial community needs.
But if we can't do the right thing, who are we?
We need people to step up, right? We can't do it alone. We have to do it as a community. We need mental health resources. We have people that are harmed and people that are being harmed, right, in our city. And guess what? A lot of it comes from mental health illnesses, and we need to address that.
The city plans to close Rikers by 2027, but officials say that is most likely not going to happen due to resistance from Mayor Adams and the slow progress in building the smaller borough facilities meant to replace it. Turning now to the Diocese of Brooklyn's Lenton Pilgrimage, where the many immigrant communities were represented at Our Lady of the Miraculous Medal in Ridgewood.
Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Todos
The kids from the parish's school, Notre Dame Catholic Academy, leading the pilgrims in prayer, reciting the rosary in English, Spanish, Italian, and Polish. It came right after the students and pilgrims joined Bishop Brennan for Mass. To see all the stops the pilgrims will make, just download the Lenton Pilgrimage app. All you have to do is search Lenton Pilgrimage on the app or Google Play Store. And if you can't be there in person, the app helps you there too. You can join the prayer community right from the palm of your hand. Some 200 students from across Brooklyn and Queens got a Lenten music lesson this Friday. They joined an open rehearsal at the Co-Cathedral of St. Joseph for an upcoming performance of a Pulitzer Prize-winning composition. Currents News' Katie Vasquez tells us more from Prospect Heights.
Sounds reverberate around the Co-Cathedral of St. Joseph. The group Music at Co-Cath, or MAC, is gathering together, preparing for a special concert centered around the story of the Little Match Girl. It tells the tale of a child who is selling matches in the cold, but must light them to keep herself warm until she ultimately dies.
This story grapples with suffering in a way that it invites us to not let it happen again, to not let those stories be silenced again.
And it's a lesson the choir is sharing even before their big performance. "170 middle schoolers joined them for this open rehearsal.
It made me reflect a lot on myself and how sometimes we could just really help out other people.
As the kids learn about the meaning behind these notes, they are reminded of all their learning about Lent and this time of preparation.
Yeah, because all the matches ran out, and like in Lent you have to give up something, and she gave up the matches.
Gave up basically her life for just so that she wasn't in the cold.
Getting even Mac thinking about the music in a different way.
The questions they come up with are things that I don't even think to ask. And I think it's really great to be reminded of curiosity and wonder and being open to learning new things.
In Prospect Heights, Katie Vasquez, Currents News.
That concert is on Friday, March 15th and Saturday, March 16th at 7:30 p.m. It's free and open to the public. You just have to register ahead of time. Just go to eventbrite.com and search Music at Co-Cath. And that is this Currents News Update. I'm Christine Persichetti. Thank you for joining us because we are putting your faith in the news. Hope to see you again next time.